Hey everybody, Who's Your Jedi here with another review for you. This time I'm talking episode 12 of Total Drama Pahkitew Island called Pahk'd With Talent. And despite the rather horrible pun, this is another really good episode. Total Drama has been very strong this season. I can't really think of too many episodes that I was not pleased with. So anyway, let's just kind of get right into things. As I expected, this is the episode where Sugar gets kicked off the show. It does kind of reinforce that this is that if somebody's going to be a real manipulative bastard on this show, they'll make it to about being the number third person, and that's when they get the axe. I'm pretty sure that's when Heather got kicked off in the first season, just as an example. But anyway, let's just kind of get right into things in more detail. Now, this episode, in terms of what's going on with Sky, is this is where it was made painfully clear to her last time, of course, that Sugar was not to be trusted, and we start off with her having that actual quote unquote nightmare of Sugar basically beating her to death in her bed with a tree branch. And of course, we find out that might have actually just been what Sugar was planning to do anyway. But Sky is very much a lawful good character if you're familiar with the Dungeons and Dragons alignment access. So she doesn't really do that whole thinking dirty thing. And of course, that goes against her very by-the-book, fair play nature. But we do see that by the end of the episode, she's at least tapped into how to use out-of-the-box thinking to get what she wants when she uses her burping ability to win take second in the talent show. And I have to give the writers credit. The whole thing with her being able burping, they set that up very early on the season and just attributed to something that Sky does when she's nervous. And then having that turn around and come back and helping her do really well later on. That's really smart. I'm pretty sure that's what they call on TV tropes Chekhov's skill. So that's a good one. That's some smart thinking there on the part of the writers. And let's see. Yeah, not a huge amount to say about Sky. Don't really have too much else to say about Sky. Moving on, Sean. Now, I do like how he talks and kind of explains where he is emotionally in terms of, yeah, I'm sorry Jasmine's gone, but I'm also kind of glad that I don't have to split the money with her. Which, again, does show Sean in a somewhat selfish light. But, we've already talked about this. But still, this was a fun episode for Sean, watching him, kind of almost fail at his own challenge. Well, not exactly fail. He still did second place, but it was still pretty good. And literally having him to beg a monkey for mercy, that was pretty hilarious. And then there's the whole thing where he wins the talent contest with armpit farting. Now, this is another one of those examples of the Total Drama writers just getting a little too into the more bathroom humor kind of thing that... Well, it worked this episode. I mean, if you're going to do that, this is an episode that really shows how to do it right. But still, that's just a little too lowbrow for my personal tastes. Now, of course, the big thing this episode was finally seeing Sugar get what she's had coming to her. And I like how she explains that, her rivalry with Sky is kind of reminding her of the beauty pageant rivalries that she's so used to. It also sort of serves to remind us, the audience, just why Sugar is actually so good at being so devious. She's got a lot of experience. I've known a few people who've been in showbiz, and they all agree it's just a horrible world of backstabbing jerks. I mean, I know people who've said, like, I kind of was doing stuff as an amateur, and then I saw what people who did this for a living were like, and I decided, no, that I'm not cut out for this. I don't want to be a person like that. But anyway, I'm sorry for bumping the mic there. We finally, we do finally get to see... Oh, no, wait, before we get to that, I absolutely loved when Sugar was stuck in the tree and she actually asks Chris for help, and Chris just, is like, have you ever seen this show? That was hilarious. That was 100% pure Chris. And of course, we also get to see Chris once again abusing some of the interns. And I do like that they've kept the interns fairly consistent over the years, so you kind of recognize like the tubby guy with glasses and the dude with braces and all that other stuff. So that's nice. But anyway, the talent show. Oh my god. I swear to God, what Sugar did in that talent show, that's probably what I imagine like rappers have nightmares about. I mean, when you're just so declassé that the very worst British chav on the face of God's green earth would look at you and call you tasteless. Oh, oh man. I was just like, oh man, like even Flavor Flav would be like, nah, nah, man, this ain't right. This just ain't right. Oh, but give the Total Drama writers credit. They did throw Sugar a fairly good rap. Good. In quotation marks there. It is very fitting for her character, and you can't fault that say that the actress doesn't do a good job with what she's got to work with there. I can't remember exactly who it is that's playing Sugar, but you can tell that lady's having quite a good time with all of this. And of course, it all ends with Sugar getting blasted off the cannon and going like, "I love you, wizard," or "I'm coming for you, wizard." I can't remember exactly what she said. I'm a little bit worried about what that might mean if they were to ever bring her and Leonard back on the same show again. But hey, if Sean and Mutant Dakota can have a thing, why not? Wait, Sean? No, Sam and Mutant Dakota. But anyway, so that leaves us. Oh yeah, I can't forget to mention that we get another musical rendition from Chef this episode. Once again, wearing his lovely pink gown from Total Drama Action. But that leaves us with Sean and Sky for the finale. I'm not gonna, and I know this episode's already aired, but again, I have not watched it as of making this recording. And I'm not gonna put a bet on who's gonna win, simply because this is one of those situations where, kind of like season 1 where it was Gwen versus Owen, where it's pretty hard to choose someone because they're both good people. I mean, Sean has behaved slightly selfishly for some of the season, but again, he's not really doing it out of vindictive selfishness. Again, it's sort of a "I need this not to die." Now, his reasoning on that is completely irrational, but there's nothing, no ill intent in him wanting the money. And of course, Sky's pretty much good guy paladin girl who just wants to be a really kick-ass athlete. So I'd be happy with either one, but let's kind of keep in mind that Total Drama does tend to go for the more unlikely characters when it comes to people who ultimately win out. Although I think World Tour was a little bit of an exception, but that was really more of a season-long duel between Heather and Alejandro. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. This is, I have to say, another really, really strong season of Total Drama. The writers have really, by going back to the source material, teenagers competing at a camp on an island, have really got Total Drama's groove back, and I'm loving it. Ooh, God, McDonald's reference. Okay, I'm gonna call it here, guys. Talk to you soon.